Welcome to Eris Radio. This is your host, Sean Lawless. Today we're going to showcase Volume 2 of the Alchemy Index by Thrice. This is Digital C. And that was Digital Seed by Thrice. This is the Alchemy Index 2, the Water album. And that last song, it was about water, but it was more of I think it was more of a metaphor for the dehumanization and the loss of individuality that is created by today's digital age. You know, the narrator in the song finds himself afloat in this digital sea instead of in his arms of his family and his lovers. And the one quote from me says, "God, what have we done?" Seems like, you know, it could be someone drowning in the digital sea that man has created. And what we've created has now consumed us and drowns us. Of course, you know, his voice going to ones and zeros is a reference to binary, in the language of which computers think. They mentioned Descartes in there. He was a philosopher, and he was famous for saying, "I think, therefore I am." So, you know, basically, he's talking about how digital age can allow us to think even more, but instead we don't. We just float around, you know. Give ourselves internet personalities. But, you know, I don't know. Some people argued the opposite. Some people say that it helps us be more connected and helps us find more information. And they talk about the siren songs, the seductive sound of the digital age, which is really hard to resist. I've been without technology for a couple months now, which is a big reason why Eris Radio hasn't had any shows lately. And I read a whole lot of books. It was pretty good. But even now, I find myself wasting a lot of time on Facebook and, but I don't think this is exactly the song as a call out against all things that are digital, but that they are nets that we can get tangled in, and it's hard for us to get free from that. But at the same time, without the internet, there would be no Eris Radio, and hey, I don't know. This next song is called Open Water. You're listening to Eris Radio, and this is Thrice, the Alchemy Index, Volume 2. That was Open Water by Thrice from the Alchemy Index Volume 2. So the singer in this song mentions, there's a line where he says, 10,000 men sleep down with Davy Jones. Now, Davy Jones is a mythological character of the sea, let's say. They talk about Davy Jones Locker, and that represents, basically is a superstition popularized in the 19th century, but the origins go back and farther to the 18th century of seamen and pirates. It basically is a metaphor for the bottom of the sea, the death for the drowned sailor, and the entering point of the afterlife for dead sailors and pirates. Sometimes the name Davy Jones is represented to be like a devil or a god of the sea who steals souls. The actual origins of his name are not known today. They talk about there was a David Jones who was a pirate and he sailed in the Indian Ocean, but most scholars agree that he really wasn't that big of a deal to actually even be hardly remembered, let alone popularized and deified to be this evil devil of the sea. But yeah, so that was a really good song. I don't think, I think it's the song was also a metaphor for a relationship, because he talks about how the sea is like some person in his life, and it gives and it takes away. But I don't know much about that, really. But the next song up is Thrice, Lost Continent. This is Eris Radio.